Okay, welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how to start growing your audience, creating audiences in Facebook, so you can then go ahead and advertise to those audiences later on, retarget them. If you wanted to do like a boosted post or create an actual ad, this is how you can start growing those audiences. Now, I'm just going to demonstrate on how to grow your audience with website traffic. So if you already have your website up and running and you have your pixel installed on your website, which I showed you the other day, if you haven't done that, there's a video down a little bit further, either in the group or on YouTube in one of the previous videos. So, all right, so we know our Facebook pixel is working thanks to the Facebook Pixel Helper. So it's telling us our Facebook pixel is firing. So jumping over into the Ads Manager. So once you kind of come into your Ads Manager, you can then head up to the top left-hand corner and we're going to go to Audiences. Now this is where I find my audiences because it's frequently used. If you don't see it there, you just have to go to All Tools and where is it? So yeah, under Assets will be Audiences. So head over to Audiences. Okay, just for this video, I archived some of my audiences. Well, I actually got rid of them, so I'm using a new account. So I'm going to, you have a few different options with audiences. Like I said, we're just going to do audiences based on the pixel and based on website traffic. So that's going to be a custom audience, okay? And we are going to go to website traffic. Okay, the defaulted is going to be, or the default audience right here is going to be all website visitors in the last 30 days. Okay, so I'm gonna start going back a little bit. So just in case any of you have that Facebook pixel installed on multiple websites, this isn't going to work for you because wherever that pixel is installed, it's going to create an audience for every page it's created. It's every page it's at. So even if you have a pixel installed in other places, you may be using software like ClickFunnels. If you have your pixel installed on that, that's going to pull in and make an audience for wherever your pixel is installed. Okay, so for the sake of the exercise, let's just say you have your pixel installed on just one website, which is what I do, which is what's recommended as well. So if you just have it on one website, you don't have it anywhere else, you don't have it, tracking from other places like ClickFunnels or other software you may be using. So we're going to go all website visitors in the last 30 days. So just give it a name, website, 30 days. Okay, oops. All website, 30 days. And that is going to create your audience. So it's going to start populating here. It's going to take some time to go ahead and populate that. So, and it's dynamically populating, which means that audience is only going to advertise to people who have been to your website within the last 30 days. So if someone visited your site 31 days ago, they're not going to be part of that audience. So it's continually changing. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and make another one. So you just come to custom audience. Now I'm going to go ahead so you can go ahead and make one for 180 days, which is the longest that I would go out. Again, all website visitors or whatever you want to call that. Give it as much information as possible. I'm just doing this to help speed up the video. So all website, 180 days. Okay, off we go. I'm just going to hit done just to have a look at that. Yep, 180 days. And then if you want, you can click on it and go and have a look at it. So your audience name is going to be there. And then the website traffic, that's going to give you the details of what audience that actually is. So let's go back one. Okay, next one. So I would go ahead. I like to have an audience for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 90 days, and 180 days. The sooner you get these up and running, the better it is. Even if you don't plan on using these, even if you don't have any plans at the moment, take the 5 or 10 minutes it's going to take and go in there and just create them, because circumstances change and all of a sudden you might want to start reaching those people who have visited your website. So we're going to move along. So like I said, you can do those different audiences, the different times. So let's go ahead and make a couple more. Okay, so website traffic again. Now I'm going to create one just for Pacific Pages. Okay, so right here, I'm going to come down here and include more. So more options, which I have. So for this, let's just say for the social media management side of my website and company, I'm going to come down here. I don't want it to be all website visitors. I want it to be people who visited Pacific web pages. Okay, so now all I can do is cut and paste the website that I want to create that audience for. Okay. Again, for the sake of the exercise, let's just keep it at 30 days. Again, you can go and make audiences for whatever time length you want. So audience name is going to be social media management. And then I'm going to, so I always put what that audience is. Okay. So I know it's social media management, people who have visited my social media management page. And then I'm going to just put the duration of that pixel. So that's going to be all of that audience. So that's going to be a 30-day audience. Oops. So that's going to be a 30-day audience. Anyone who has visited socialsmartpenguin.com/social media management. Okay? Bang. And that's it. That's going to be starting to populate these as the time goes on. And then I'm going to be able to go ahead and advertise using those audiences. Now, I can create a audience, an advert, an advertising, an ad, whatever you want to call it, and start using these audiences. Now, if you're not doing a lot of advertising and you were just doing some boosted posts on your organization's page, you can still use these these audiences to just push your content to those people as well. I will get into some of the other audiences. Some of the engagement audiences would be really good for that scenario as well. But just for the sake of it, it takes 10 seconds per audience. Go ahead and make as many as you desire. Like I mentioned, I like to have one for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, 30 days, 90 days, and 180 days. And then depending on the strategy behind their ad or what they are actually looking for, that's how I would make an audience there. So custom audiences. Yeah, well, and this is where you can get a little bit more fancy with people who visited a certain page, but they didn't land on a different page. But I just think for the simplicity of this video, I would go ahead, start creating those audiences, spend the 10 minutes to go ahead and create them, and let Facebook go ahead and populate them, and they'll be ready for if and when you need them.